Hello and welcome to more Skyblock. I'm very excited to get back to work on this mega base that we were working on in the previous few episodes, and also work on some of the builds on the outer islands around the mega base, and finish our nether fortress, which is going to be a real fun one to do. I do have to get some more ice for my ice path. Just kidding, this is a map that I downloaded on Planet Minecraft. I'll leave a link to the map in the description if you guys want to check it out. It's just for inspiration for our Skyblock world. But I do have a lot of really neat things planned for this episode. We're going to finish the mob grinder and actually make it so it grinds mobs. I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to get infinite water, and then we're going to also explore some of the outer end islands and get to work on one of the bigger projects that I've been planning in my head and I've also been writing about a bit recently. So let's get to it. Here we have it. Infinite water. Right here. Oh my god, why did you spawn on a slab? Why are you here? Okay, well, one problem at a time. First of all, I need to light this area up. There is mud. I think I can renew this somehow. I'm not quite sure how all these blocks are renewable. I'm just gonna go in for the water though. Oh my god, they're multiplying. I need to make this trip 4 times, so I'm gonna start by making a chest to put all of my valuables in, because I have a lot of really important stuff on me. And then I guess light up that path, because I did not know mobs could spawn there. Oh, they're despawning. Oh, I should just wait till day. Alright, well, I'm gonna wait here for a minute, I guess, till daytime, and then I will make my trek over. Alright, it is just about day now. I'm going to slowly but surely light this bridge up, because we definitely don't want mobs spawning here. Okay. I can't run. I'm gonna have to wait for day, hopefully. Alright, it's daytime. Oh, okay. Oh, that was scary. I gotta eat. I think I have this apple. Are lily pads renewable? I know I can just break them and grab them. I might not want to have it in my inventory though, because I think this walk is going to be a bit dangerous. I'm going to be carrying the bucket across here, so I have to make sure definitely not to fall off the edge. Because that'd be very bad. That'd be run ending, I believe. I don't think there's another way to get another bucket. So I have to be pretty careful on my trips there and back. And there is the first water. Now I have 3 more to do, so I will cut back once that's done. All of the water is now flowing, so this farm should work once I remove the torches. So I'm gonna go around and do the top layer first, because I'm assuming mobs are just gonna spawn and start falling once I do it, and they're gonna make it kind of difficult. I'm gonna go around here, and I'm going to have these blocks placed in between. And I'm gonna start from here and remove all of the torches. So now mobs should be free to spawn in this corner here. I'm going to remove the block, and then I'm going to do the same for these corners. So it is completely dark on the top layer, so now mobs should begin to spawn up here. But I do also have to do this layer, because I think this layer is going to spawn the most mobs since it's the closest. I'm going to quickly break all of these. And there we go. It is completely dark in here, so now mobs should start spawning once I leave this area. I believe I'm too close where I need to spawn right now, but once I go down there, they should start spawning. So I'm going to now mine down and wait for them to spawn. Oh, and they are already spawning and falling down. Jesus! That is a lot quicker than I thought it would be. Why do I have glow ink? Oh my god. Oh my! Oh, those spawn quick, and I'm also getting glowing sacks for some reason. Oh my gosh! I I did not anticipate it just instantly working like this. Alright, well now I guess I have infinite mob drops. I do want to set up an automatic collection system at one point, but for now, that's looking pretty good. But I'm going to just AFK here and kill anything that obviously spawns with armor, and I'm back. I spent probably a night farming, and then this morning, this is what I've achieved. This is all the really valuable stuff that I've achieved. I've gotten every music disc from all the creepers shooting, or all the skeletons shooting the creepers. And I've also obtained quite a lot of gold armor, and we're going to smelt this down into the nuggets and then craft them into full ingots. 12 iron ingots from zombie drops, which is pretty good actually, since they drop, I think they're a 5% drop rate. An iron shovel, which is interesting. A potion of healing from a witch. A bit of arrows. I was throwing them away at one point because they're just really inventory clutter, same with rotten flesh. Some good bows that we might combine later on, and a redstone dust. These leads I think I just had on me. And then down here are all my mob drops, which I've been pretty generous with because I've thrown most of them away. We also got some farming stuff and raw chicken, which I believe are from chicken jockeys. And quite a bit of string, which we can craft into wool and do more stuff with later. And glowing sacks, because glow squids were also spawning there, so I decided to keep a few. I might actually get rid of these stacks here. But if we look over here, I've been to work here. I raised the platform so so mobs don't instantly die, so I can get all of the drops, because certain mobs require you to actually physically kill them, like iron drop. Iron will not drop from zombies if they die from fall damage. And we have this guy, which is going to be quite key to my plan. He's trying to hit me over here. And we're going to move it over there, and we're going to get some zombie villagers. So the plan is to get apples from the trees, gold ingots from the armor, and a potion of weakness from this guy. And this guy will throw a potion of weakness, which they have a chance of throwing. I think that was a weakness potion there. Yeah. They have a chance of throwing a weakness potion, and if the weakness potion hits a zombie villager that spawns from there, which it is, by the way, a pain to get zombie villagers from here. Not because they don't spawn often, they spawn all the time, but because as soon as I break that block, a bunch of mobs come flooding out that aren't the one I specifically need, and I'm going to get him to help me cure the villagers, so I'm going to move this guy now. So we're just going to move the witch in a boat over here, and then run! Okay, so now I'm going to go through the daunting process of acquiring a zombie villager with 1 heart, which, by the way, it's very hard to heal with this rotten flesh. But yeah, I'm going to try to get a zombie villager, and I will be right back once I get 2 zombie villagers. Okay, I got one out, but now the mobs are flooding out, which I kind of expected. I want to make sure they aim away from... Yeah, stand over here. I want to make sure they're all away from zombie villagers. Run in. Oh my god! Do not... Okay. Oh my, that took so long! But we finally have enough. Alright, I'm gonna try... Oh my god, this is really nerve-wracking. Oh my gosh! We have 2 villagers. Finally. Oh my, that took forever. Oh. Now we get golden apples, so I'll be right back. Now I just smelt all these, and hopefully I get the 16 gold ingots that I need. I don't think this will be enough gold, unfortunately, but I'm gonna get as much as I can, and I might have to go back to the mob grinder again, unfortunately. But we're getting pretty close to actually getting all of everything set together to get all our villagers. And yeah, I'll be back when I'm done smelting all of this gold. And we are back, and we do not have nearly enough gold to get 2 villagers cured. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go back down there and farm for some more gold nuggets, but I feel like I'm gonna do that next episode because I'm getting a bit bored of just farming at that mob farm, and I would literally rather do anything else right now. So I'm going to work on, first of all, getting wheat and also breeding chickens, and then I'm gonna work on that project. So in order to do that, I need bone meal to get my seeds. So first things first, I need to craft all of these bones into bone blocks. So I'll be right back when I do that. And we're back with all of this bone meal. This is 6 full bone meal blocks, and each one of these blocks has 9 bone meal in it. So that's quite an amount of bone meal, definitely over 1,000. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use, oh, okay, we're gonna drop one, and then we're gonna use one of these blocks, and then we're going to bone meal the grass, then break the grass until we get seeds. So this could take a little bit before we get a seed. I'm not really sure what the rates are. Oh, there we go. There's a seed. Alright. So now we have the seed that we didn't get originally, and we can also put the thing back, and then we'll just toss the spare bone meal. Don't really need that. So now we're going to go back down. And now we can till this ground and finally have a good source of food that isn't rotten flesh. And plant the seed. So I'm going to plant the seed right here, next to the water. And then instead of waiting, since we're pretty rich in bone meal, I'm just going to immediately bone meal it. And then continue until this whole thing is full of seeds. Now after one final harvest, we should actually be able to just straight up breed the chickens and also have a completely full wheat farm and a good source of food. We are at the point in Skyblock progression where things get pretty quick, pretty fast-paced. As soon as you make that first mob grinder and then get those get villagers and stuff, you're opened up to quite a lot of resources in the game. So I should be able to just get to the nether pretty quick, and then start actually working on some like bigger projects that aren't just like a mob farm, like some building projects and making the world look a lot better. A lot of everything down here, including even the mob farm, is temporary and is all going to move around. I do have a plan for a new mob farm, and it's going to be, I don't really want to reveal too much about it, but it's going to be kind of an underground mob farm, and it's going to be covered, which means that I will have to deconstruct this entire thing and move it. I came up with the idea after I built it, unfortunately, which is kind of a shame, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. It shouldn't take too long to do it, and I'll do it off camera because I'm not going to do a mob farm build again, or maybe I'll even make it a tutorial next, actually, or next time I build it. Since it will be relatively soon, I'll be moving the mob farm. And obviously this farm won't stay in the same place because it is in kind of a bad spot. And this water will also not be here. I want a better way of going down than just like this water stream. So yeah, everything's pretty temporary right now until we get into our building phase. But we're pretty close to that. And yeah, now after all of that work, this is completely full of wheat. I missed a couple bone meal, and I didn't really do that corner very well because the witch was kind of annoying. But now, we are going to breed these chickens, and then I'm going to get my villagers ready for curing next episode. Probably in between episodes, or I'll do it when I'm doing some work for the end of this video, because if you haven't noticed, there's these 4 cobble bits here, and that's gonna go into like one of our big projects that I'm gonna begin working on. But first and foremost, I need chickens. And I am back. This is a couple days into the future, so I have all these chickens farmed, but I also have a lot of work done over here. I started this platform some more, and I also got some stuff done over here. I got a bed. I got started on this just so I could kind of graph the size. And if you haven't guessed what it is already, it is going to be the bottom to an island which I'm going to build out here to replace this. So it looks like an actual like generated sky island. And this is going to kind of be the centerpiece of my world. So I want to make it really big. It's going to branch out a little bit and it's going to be a bit wider. But this is just so I can get an idea of where it's going to be in the world. And I also wanted to make sure that it is well over the mob grinder, which is over here. Or, no, it's over there. So it's a little bit above the mob grinder, which is good, because I didn't want it to kind of overlap the mob grinder. But I am just going to finish off with a time lapse of me actually building this island up and kind of forming the bottom of the island. And then next time, I will probably be ready to go into the nether and then do a bunch more stuff and finish off this island. Will not finish off because this is a project that's probably never going to be finished, but at least get more of a good start on it. So, cue the time lapse.
Why do I have to stay here on the ground? It's overrated. The cityscape escapes you with a sound. It's delineated. I waited at the station for an hour, but I won't make it. You take off on an updraft by the tower, and you overtake it. Every moment I see you on the rise, you're drawn across the sky. Now that ink has dried, and I can't tell you why. Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why. Oh, I can't tell you why. Why do you have to stay here on the ground? It's overrated. The cityscape parades you with a sound. It's delineated. No one here has even learned your name, but they all claim that they saw you land and land to do the same, but they won't make it. Every moment I see you on the rise, you're drawn across the sky. Now that ink has dried, and I can't tell you why. Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why.
And I'm back. It still looks a bit rough around the edge, but this is about a week's worth of progress of just sitting AFKing at a cobblestone generator overnight and also placing blocks around the edge here and around this circle shape and kind of branching out. I was originally going to make it kind of more of a circular thing, but I think this looks a lot more natural. I'm going to get a quick look at it from the bottom. The bottom still looks kind of rough, but I'm really liking how it's starting to look. From the bottom and from the top, it's really nicely branching out and creating kind of a really natural look like if an island was ripped out of the ground. I'm quite happy with this. We do need to make it a little bit higher, but I can do a little bit of that off camera or finish it up next episode. But for now, I have homework to do and school tomorrow, so I'm gonna end it here. Goodbye.
Why do I to stay here on the ground. It's overrated. The cityscape escapes you with a sound.